Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the role of two essential macronutrients, that is nitrogen and phosphorus. Today, we will take up the role of third nutrient, that is potassium. This potassium, it is absorbed as potassium ion. It is absorbed as potassium ion in plants. This is required in more abundant quantities in the meristematic tissues, leaves and root tips. And in plants, this potassium, it is required in more abundant quantities in the meristematic tissues, leaves and root tips. This potassium, it helps in maintaining anion-cation balance in the cells, and this is the mineral element which helps in maintaining anion-cation balance in the cells and is also involved in protein synthesis. And potassium is the macronutrient which is involved in anion cation balance in cells, that is, it maintains cation and anion balance in the cells and is also involved in protein synthesis. It has also an important role in opening and closing of the stomata, thus controls transpiration, which in turn controls the turgidity of the cells, that is maintenance of the guard cells. This maintenance of the guard cells controls the and development, growth and size of the cells. This potassium, it is also important for the activation of many enzymes, and the many enzymes require this potassium to activate them. That is, it helps in the activation of many enzymes. Now let me repeat. This potassium, it is absorbed as potassium ions in plants, and in plant it is required in more abundant quantities in the meristematic tissues, leaves and root tips. It helps in maintaining anion-cation balance in cells and is also involved in protein synthesis. It also controls opening and closing of stomata, that is control transpiration. It helps in the activation of many enzymes and maintaining turgidity of the cells, thus controlling the growth and size of the plant cells. Now another nutrient is, that is calcium. This calcium, it is absorbed by the plants from the soil in the form of divalent ion, that is divalent cation, that is calcium 2 positive ion. It is required by the plants by meristematic tissues and differentiating tissues. The one, it is required by the meristematic tissues, the tissues which are in a state of division, which are continuous in a state of division, and differentiating tissues which are still differentiating to attain a proper particular structure and function. This calcium, it is also involved during cell division. During cell division, it is required in the synthesis of the cell wall. During cell division, this calcium helps in the synthesis of cell wall, particularly middle lamella, in the form of calcium pectate. Due to the major component of the middle lamella, that is calcium pectate, this calcium, it is required in the sense of cell wall, particularly calcium pectate in the middle lamella. Another function is that it is also required for the formation of mitotic spindle fiber. During the cell division, mitotic spindle formation takes place. This mitotic spindle formation is controlled by calcium. Another role is it accumulates in older leaves, and this calcium, it accumulates in older tissues, older leaves, and is involved in the normal functioning of the cell membrane. In the normal functioning of the cell membrane, they are controlled by calcium. The fifth element is, that is magnesium. This magnesium is absorbed by the plant from the soil as divalent cation, that is magnesium 2 positive ion. It activates the enzymes of photosynthesis. Magnesium activates the enzymes of photosynthesis, respiration, and is also involved in the synthesis of DNA and RNA. In magnesium, it activates the enzymes of photosynthesis, respiration, and is involved in the sense of DNA and RNA. In short, we can see magnesium has an important role in photosynthesis, respiration, and DNA and RNA synthesis. This magnesium divalent ion is an important component of the ring structure of chlorophyll. This is an important component of the ring structure of the chlorophyll. यानी जो रिंग स्ट्रक्चर क्लोरोफिल का होता है इसका एक अहम कंपोनेंट दिस is this magnesium, and this also helps to maintain the ribostructure. Number 6 is that is sulfur. This sulfur is absorbed by the plant, taken by the plant in the form of sulfate ion, that is SO42 negative. It is present in two important amino acids, that is cysteine and methionine, and is the main constituent of several coenzymes. The sulfur is the main constituent of several enzymes, vitamins like thiamine, biotin, and coenzyme A, and is also an important component of an important electron carrier in photosynthesis, that is ferredoxin. This is the role of these four elements, that is potassium, calcium, magnesium, and sulfur. Now in another lecture we take the role of micronutrients. This was macronutrients. This is all for today. Thank you, sir.